right, more take this time to discuss about some latest update where they lap on the side of Manchester United. As Sky Sport this evening made me understand say initial talk between Man U and Aston Villa take place today. Where be say Man U make inquiry about the guy where they call Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa, who Villa originally want around that kind of 60 million pounds for the guy head, but they don't want to let the guy leave the club this summer. Then Aston Villa come make inquiry from Man United, say what did they got to do to sign the guy called Ollie Garnacho from Man United, meaning say they let their interest on the guy they known to Man United. So as it be like this, I would just like make una just watch Sky Sport as they break her first before I go talk put. Listen to them first. I'll be right back.
Transfer news to bring you, and it concerns Manchester United and Aston Villa. We're told at Sky Sports News that initial talks with Aston Villa and Manchester United have happened over Ollie Watkins potentially going to Manchester United and Aston Villa having an interest in the Manchester United forward Alejandro Garnacho. Now, we have been reporting throughout this transfer window that Manchester United do want to bring in a number 9. Now, this is regardless of whether Rasmus Højlund remains at the club or not. They have been exploring the conditions of deals of various strikers, including Villa's Ollie Watkins, including Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, who now is, of course, of interest to Newcastle United should Alexander Isak leave St James's Park. As far as Villa are concerned, they don't want to sell Ollie Watkins in this transfer window and are understood to value him in the region of around £60 million. But there is a lot of interest in the England international. As for Garnacho, Aston Villa, we know, are keen on the player. United clearly want to sell Garnacho, but as it stands, Villa cannot meet the demands that Manchester United would put on a transfer fee with regard to Garnacho. We've always said as well that Garnacho's preference is to stay in the Premier League, but he does want to play in the Champions League. Villa, of course, won't be in the Champions League next season, and as yet, Chelsea, even though they are interested in Garnacho and they are in the Champions League, there hasn't been that formal approach to Manchester United as yet. Now, look, we do know that Manchester United are interested in Watkins and Villa interested in Garnacho, but they would be two separate deals rather than a swap deal, even though we do know that one going to Old Trafford and the other one going to Villa Park, they would be helped because the talks would be ongoing. But it should be said here that after Manchester United signed Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford in a fee worth £71 million, their focus has been on player sales. We know Marcus Rashford has joined Barcelona on loan with an option to buy for around £26 million. But now United are working on other exits, Jadon Sancho, Anthony, Tyrell Malacia, as well as Alejandro Garnacho. So Aston Villa interested in Alejandro Garnacho, Manchester United interested in Ollie Watkins, one of a number of strikers that they are looking at, and initial talks have taken place between the clubs.
Welcome back. So if you listen or if you pay attention, listen to this stuff, there is no need to explain because everything just dey crystal clear. And that is why I like this man in particular, if he dey report for Sky Sports. So now, in case you don't understand the grammar or the English where they use, I would like to break everything down. First of all, Man United like the guy called Ollie Watkins. And they make inquiry. Go meet Aston Villa, say they go like to buy this guy, yo. Then Aston Villa come see tell Man United, say they like the guy called Alejandro Garnacho. That is one point. And Man if he sign a striker to the club, even if the guy called Rasmus Højlund there, I be no there for the club. Man if he sign a striker, enter the club. So as he be like this now, so Man like this now make inquiry with people they call Aston Villa, and Aston Villa don't want to let the guy leave the club now by putting what they call £60 million for the guy head. So that is what where the other aspect. Now, Man United on the other side, the money what they call for the guy called Garnacho like this now, so Aston Villa don't go fit pay him. That is the stuff. And I hear say as of today, it's around that kind £60 million. So Aston Villa don't go fit pay him. But as things like this now, so we might see the guy called Ollie Watkins to Man United and the guy called Alejandro Garnacho to Aston Villa. As Garnacho say he want to stay for Premier League club, meaning say to go to Aston Villa, you know, go bad for him. As he still like this now, so to do him like swapping of the player is very, very unlikely because UEFA don't want Aston Villa say for now, maybe they don't even try to like swapping of the player. That means separate deal is likely to happen. They go say this one now, say I'm not to the sell him. Then later, come say another person, come give the other person. That's what they go fit do. But as e be like this now, so not don advance yet, but it's something to watch. Now, Man U get list of other people wey be say they go like to buy, the like of the guy called Benjamin Sesko, and that Benjamin Sesko like this now. Newcastle United wey be say Isak want to leave them like this now, they eye the guy. Meaning say if Man U and people call Newcastle want to challenge for the guy called Benjamin Sesko, it's going to be a serious competition between the two clubs, and now who get money pass, now it's likely to be. And Man like this now financially are not stable, like not too dey okay like that. Since Man United signed the guy called Brian Mbeumo and Martin School have with the sum of 130 million pounds. So wetin Man dey hope on like this now to let some players leave the club. So these players, one of them like this now at the moment is making move or any bold step to leave the club. The guy called Rashford leaving Man United. They consider that one as selling of players. So that one, they even count at the moment. Man just decide to let the guy go back because they discover say if the guy remain for the club like this now, so I know join Barcelona, for him to leave the club, it go dey very, very hard. That is why Man just decide to say, okay, make the guy just go to Barca. So the remaining guys wey remain like this now, Tare Malasha, Anthony Garnacho, and Jadon Sancho, these 4 guys, now their mind they wait for one of them or 2 of them to leave the club before they go begin say, okay, may they go and buy another player. So that is what he did like this now, where this man just summarize. So ladies and gentlemen, as he stand, Aston Villa valuation like this now for the guy called Ollie Watkins, don't they known to Man United like this now. So as Man said, they would like to buy player where we say get Premier League experience. So it's now left for Man to keep pushing to try and convince the player self to join Man United and other things where we say you got to understand. So ladies and gentlemen, the guy called Ollie Watkins to Man United and the guy called Watkins and Garnacho to Aston Villa is something to watch at the moment. For now, we move.